Yo guys, welcome to another trade recap. In today's trade recap, I'm gonna show you basically how much money I made, what trade I took and everything. So you can see right here instantly, today was 4.74k. One of the biggest days in, I would say, maybe last month and a half. But yeah, just insane trade. I went high risk. I'm gonna show you exactly why I did that. And let's just get started with the recap. So I took this trade on the 5 minute. We are not going to talk about it right now. I'm going to remove everything. So we go from the beginning. So basically, let's go towards the open. Here was the open right here. And let's just go over what the market did before the open. So if we turn on let's start with the higher time frame picture. So I always want to do this. So daily time frame, you can see like I every day I look at this and I know it, so I forget to tell you about it. So at the daily time frame, we are just pumping to the upside like crazy. You can see crazy all-time highs, just pumping and pumping and pumping. So what can we expect? A very bullish price action. So daily it is just pumping to the upside. 4 hour it is pumping to the upside too, nothing much to say. 1 hour also pumping to the upside, like nothing much to add on the higher time frame. We are just pumping to the upside. So what can we expect basically for the narrative of the market? We can just expect to continue pumping. And as you guys know, I don't know if everybody knows this, but when NQ is at all-time highs, we can just always expect like longs. Like it's always going to be to the upside, to the upside, to the upside. It will always pump. So that's the picture we know for the open. So wait, market moved. Oh my god. Could just give me a second. Okay, so let's see what happened at the market open right here. So you can see this is 9:30 candle. It just spiked to the upside, spiked to the downside. But what is more important to us that we still didn't look at, it was the session highs and lows. So you can see right here, we have a London low down here and Asia low down here. And basically, we do not have any important highs, but that's not important because this is all-time highs right here. So a huge magnet in the market. So basically, the picture I wanted to see was us coming to the downside, sweeping London, Asia, and then getting some longs towards the all-time highs. And let's just like fast forward the market and look at what I got. So we started dumping. You can see we came right here. And what happened? Why did I choose to actually take longs? Because we didn't end up sweeping these lows. So if you look at ES, so this is NQ right here, and this is ES right here, so basically S&P 500. So if we scale it out like this, I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn on the session indicators on both charts, so on this one and on this one, and look at this. Look at the London and Asia low on the ES. It got swept, and on NQ it didn't. So basically that's a SMT for us. That's smart money trap. So we just want to look for some reversals because we had the SMT and like market wants to reverse to the upside because ES took all the liquidity, and that's enough for us to go to the upside. So from here on, I just started to look for longs. So we did have few opportunities for longs. So let me show you. The first one was right here at the 3 minutes. The one that I did not want to take. I'm going to explain you why. So you can see at the 3 minute time frame, look at this inversion, like crazy volume to the upside. What is this? I even could took this trade like this, but I just didn't want to. Why? Because look at the 5 minute time frame. 5 minute time frame has a fair value gap right here, and it still didn't close. And I could have taken this trade because just a huge volume to the upside. This should have pumped to this high like within seconds, and I just stayed and played it safe. And as you can see, we had some drawdown, like nice drawdown to the downside. But then what happened is I got entry on the 5 minute. Look at this. I'm gonna enter the 5 minute. So look at the closure on the 5 minute second candle, and I entered just right here. I entered like 10 seconds before the closure because I saw market just pumping to the upside. So it's always nice to like enter a bit earlier than the close because I knew the close was gonna happen way above here. So I used that time to my advantage. I put my stop loss down here, and basically this was my break-even point. Why was this my break-even point? Because it's the first liquidity. I always put my break-even point on the first liquidity, and also 15-minute fair value gap right here, so it's a pretty safe break-even point right there. So the next thing, this was the TP, all-time highs, nothing much to say, and you can see how beautifully this trade played out. So within like few candlesticks, like that's it, full take profit, and I exited on the all-time highs for 1.45 risk to reward, which is huge. And I also told you guys I risked a bit more because I like 5-minute inversions, because it's not a 1 minute, and it often like just has a way more stable price action, if you like understand me. Like 5-minute is way more reliable than the 1 minute time frame, because it's just overall a higher time frame, so you can say that there is less manipulations on it, and it is just going to be way better overall. So this is basically the trade for today. I'm happy with the profits. I hope we get something tomorrow, because this week was absolutely nothing. This is the first trade so far this week, and like it's Thursday, I cannot even believe that this is the first trade. But yeah, I just hope for something good tomorrow, because today was amazing. So I'm gonna see you in the next trade, guys. See